안녕하세요 여러분, 제 이름은 AJ요. My name is AJ, and welcome back to Shadow Spinner Reacts, where we are continuing with everybody's favorite murder show, Squid Games. Squid Game. I keep on wanting to make that plural. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Squid Games instead of Squid Game. Feels like it just sounds better that way. But yes, so we are on episode 4 of season 1. I'm not thinking this team's gonna last very long, although they don't know that he is a scumbag and stabbed them in the back. I'm talking about the main character's friend who totally set him up to die and couldn't say something like, you know what? Maybe just follow me. Follow me over here to the easy one. Like, no. But we are continuing with this nonsense. Oh, we got a cop in the building. He's finding out more things. We're all finding out more things. I don't have much to say before we go into this. Let's just get this started. All right. So we got this recording. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, and we've got this guy who's got insider information going on. And there's multiple people covering for that guy. He's like, I did something helpful.
늙은 사장님 괜찮습니까?
괜찮아. 이 친구 덕분에.
미안해. 괜히 내가 다 찢어주자고 해서.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct.
아니야. 알고 그런 것도 아닌데.
But you did know. You did know.
괜찮아.
You're saying that because we all survived. But you did know. Now, since they decided to come back, since the majority of them decided to come back, does that mean, I'm guessing, that the original prize money is no longer being sent to the families of the deceased? A single egg and a bottle of water?
이게 다냐?
Yeah, no, I'd have the same reaction, dude. They've got so much money to put in the prize bin and they can't afford to buy people food.
자, 실례 좀 합시다. 실례합니다. 감사합니다.
Excuse me.
음식은 참가자 수만큼 준비했습니다.
저기요.
저 먹는 걸 쳐다보고 지랄이야.
They're gonna get people killed outside of the games. Somebody needs to hit this guy over the head with a bottle. Clearly they're not gonna stop it.
죽었어.
Yep. They've got them killing each other outside of the game. And the only reason he looks nervous right now is because he doesn't know if he's gonna get in trouble for killing somebody outside of the games. And this is gonna change things because now people are gonna think that they can increase the prize money by murdering people outside of the games. Yep, this just changed everything. So, since he's clearly willing to murder people, somebody needs to take him out. What is he doing?
오늘은 절대로 자면 안 돼. 불 꺼지면 무슨 일이 벌어질지 몰라.
이따가 불 꺼져도 절대 주무시면 안 돼요. 아셨죠?
No, because now people are going to be sleep deprived for the actual games.
솔직히 넌 저 깡패 새끼랑 별로 사이도 안 좋은 것 같던데. 이거 무슨 일 생기면 내 침대 쪽으로 모이기로 했다. 너도 와.
난 사람 안
She,
믿어.
yeah, I was going to say doesn't trust anybody.
기어들어온 인간들은 더 못 믿고.
29번이 안 나타났어. 사고가 생긴 거야? 몰라.
내일 게임의 문제.
계란?
확실한 거지?
물어 음식을 죽게 주고 싸움을 유도하는 거지. 다음 게임을 하기 전에 약한 것들은 미리 숟가 내는 거야. 왼쪽에 붙어. 그게 살 길이야.
No, you do not want to be the weakest link on the strongest team. The weakest link on the strongest team is the first one that they sacrifice. However, he does have an advantage. and that he can say, I find out the games ahead of time.
나도 끼워줘요. 같은 편에.
숨소리 나면 내가 너 잡으러 간다.
This is where you say the next game.
내가 알아요. 다음 게임이 뭔지.
That's information right there. And you don't tell it to him ahead of time. Because they might not believe him, but if there's even the slightest chance that they think he might know, then they don't want to risk losing that information. Because that information is life or death information right there. He is playing a dangerous game because he is acting so strange. Because he doesn't know what his superior's job is. So they have infrared. Disorienting everybody on purpose. And the beds are not secured to the floor. So they're making sure that nobody can stay on the beds. She's got a knife and they don't know it. Come on, 199. You're like the strongest person here. I know you're not a fighter, but we need you. I'm actually amazed at how many people are just going after anybody. I'm shocked that this many people were willing to just kill anybody. And the flashing lights are contributing to it because what it'll start as is feeling like you're attacked. But like, there's a ridiculous number of people that are just like killing for the sake of raising up that prize money.
운동 왜 끼어들었어? 쪽 좀 줄이면 너도 좋잖아.
얘도 우리 편이거든.
Yeah, she's on our team now. We've claimed her as part of our team. He's right. He's right. At this rate, everybody's going to die.
456번. 이 중에 황인으로 오고 있습니까?
우린 서로 이름을 모릅니다.
He's asking about his brother. Wow.
괜찮으세요?
There were that many people that were just willing to kill for the sake of killing.
그 위까지 올라가셨어요. 위험하게.
거기는 이름이 뭐야?
알리 압둘
어느 나라에서 왔어?
파키스탄
파키스탄?
Ah.
새벽. 이름 좋네. 네 이미지랑은 안 맞지만.
이름이
Why would you tell somebody that their name doesn't suit them?
이름? 내 이름은
No.
그러니까 아까 많이 무서우셨나 보다. 저도 요즘 스트레스 많이 받으면 집 주소도 까먹고 주민번호도 까먹고 그래요.
Oh, he's trying to make him feel better. Huh. Y'all just said you didn't need a doctor, and now here he is stitching y'all up.
당신 진짜 의사 맞아?
He doesn't exactly have anesthesia here.
어쩔 건데. 니라고 판 깔아줄 때는 언제고 왜 말리고 칠해야.
게임이고 뭐고 그 전에 깨끗이 정리할 수 있었는데.
No, you couldn't have. They probably would have still made you play the games.
그래도 많이 줄였네. 107에서 80명 됐으니까 27명 줄인 건가? 맞지 오빠? 씨, 내가 몇 살로 보여요?
49.
뽑기 할 때 그냥 돼지게 놔뒀어야 되는 건데.
19?
빙고.
Bingo, I'm 19.
맞췄으면 상을 줘야지.
This is really weird. This is
화장실 좀 갔다 와서 생각해볼게.
This is really, really weird. I don't know. No. I think that a lot of people would still be alive right now if she'd have let him die. Oh, I don't need to hear this. I don't need to hear this. I'm turning the volume down. I don't need to see this. I don't need to hear this.
오빠. 진짜 나랑 끝까지 같이 가는 거지?
I don't think he cares about you enough to be pulling that stunt.
너랑 둘이서 여기서 나가는 거야.
No, if the two of you are left over, he will kill you at the end just so that he can have your share. Are we done? Are we done? Okay. Do they have any technology that will intercept outgoing messages?
모르스 부.
Interesting. Also interesting that he picked up that that was Morse code. Like, if I heard somebody coughing, my first thought would not be, oh, they're communicating to me in Morse code.
늙으면은 잠도 없어져. 아니 내가 이거 별 도움도 못 되는데 불침번이라도 서야지.
I really want him to survive, but I don't think he's going to. He's like, keep your eye on the right duck. Don't lose track of them in the crowd. So they need to add several more people to their team.
10명씩 한 팀으로 하는 거면 꼬리 잡기나 우리 집에 왜 왔니 뭐 이런 거 시키려나? 꼬리 잡기면 빨라야 되고 우리 집에 왜 왔니는 가위바위보만 잘하면 되는 건데 어떻게 할래?
Or it could be Red Rover, or it could be tug-of-war.
나머지는 남자들로 뽑아야 돼. 이 손 감춰. 약해 보이니까.
I honestly did not notice that hand before.
제 아내랑 같이 해야 되는데 괜찮으시겠어요? 죄송합니다. 저희 팀에 이미 여자가 많아서요.
I have a feeling that's going to be important since they introduced it.
혹시 아직 팀이 없으시면 저희랑 같이 하실래요?
아니지. 지금 장난하는 거지?
사람 넘치잖아. 안 보여? 우리 지금 딱 10명.
I don't know why you're surprised by this.
오빠, 왜 그래?
What did you think was going to happen?
내가 더 잘할게.
Everybody would be better off if you had let him die. He is not a trustworthy ally. Never has been.
개새끼. 신하면 죽인다고 했다.
아이고 무서워라. 우리 한민혜 씨.
He should be. She might not be as strong as you, but she is crazy.
보이냐? 나랑 하자.
미안하네.
They're gonna get crazy girl.
어디서 왔어?
여기?
내가 남자들로만 모으자고 했지.
분위기 쎄하네.
그래서 10명 쪽수부터 채우자고.
Crazy lady's gonna join their team.
누가 자진해서 오겠어? 인간이 오겠지.
밀려나게 누가 밀려나? 오빠들 내가 특별히 같이 해줄게. 오빠들 오늘 럭키한 줄 알아.
In general, men have more muscle mass than women, but that does not mean every man is stronger than every woman. And frankly, 199 makes up for a lot of other things. For instance, I'm pretty sure just about every woman there could make up for, could outdo number one. I hate to say that, love the character, but he's probably the weakest person in the room, physically.
타워에서 줄을 당겨 상대방을 아래로 떨어뜨리면 승리하게 됩니다.
So this is the first game where they directly have to kill somebody in order to survive.
추첨하겠습니다.
They should not be in the back, though.
자리에 앉아주세요.
You want to put your strongest people in the back to be your anchor. They're not going to go against our main team because we've got antagonists there, and if they put the protagonists and antagonists together, then they'll get rid of them too quickly. Yeah, this is a change in the way the games are happening, because this is the first game where people have to die. Technically speaking, everybody could have survived the first game, and everybody could have survived the second game. The other reason why in a game set up like this, you're going to want to put your lightest people in the front they're attached to that rope. So as soon as somebody steps off the edge, they're extra weight on the rope. And they're gonna pan over and show the verification shot that they are just dead on the ground. The only way mentally to make yourself handle this is you have to think about that you're saving your teammates. So he's marking the ones that still have a living person in them. I'm betting that's the group they're doing. It looks like they're doing organ harvesting. They have a secret weapon. Did you see the metal beam that 199 was holding? Like, 199 by himself is strong. He needs to be at the anchor point. They're all in the wrong order. They are all in the wrong order.
줄다리기는 힘으로만 하는 게 아니야.
힘으로 하는 거 아니면 뭐 줄다리기를 말로 합니까?
줄다리기는 작전을 잘 짜고 단합만 잘 되면은 힘이 모자라도 이길 수가 있어.
우리를 구원해 주실 분은 오직 주님뿐입니다.
No, now is the time to listen to strategy.
쓸데없는 소리 말고 힘이 아껴요.
무슨 말인지 얘기나 들어보자.
Yeah, we have very little time. Listen to him. Don't give the backstory, just give the strategy. We don't have time. We have only as long as we're on the lift. Don't give the... Stop talking, just give the strategy. Concentrated efforts. 3, 2, 1, tug. 3, 2, 1, tug. 3, 2, 1, tug. Your anchor. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. Aha! Old man has my strategy. I feel vindicated. Because it helps lock it in. Should practically lie down. Because they're gonna use up, you're resting on your skeleton that way, and they're using up all of their strength trying to yank on you. So they're gonna get tired trying to pull on you while you're just resting on your skeleton. I'm out of coffee and I definitely need more for this show. And the thing is, with the cliff, you really only need to get just that first person off. Can't lose it. You need to lock in again. You need to lock in again. Yes, because it'll put slack on the rope and they'll all fall. They'll all fall. Because they're tugging with all their might. If there's sudden slack, they're all gonna trip. Yeah, okay, wow, okay. So that last thing that he said, although it does seem crazy, they're far enough away from the edge that they could technically pull it off. The thing is, after those 3 steps, you gotta lock so that they can't pull you anymore. But the reason for it is because, like, when you're tugging on something and you're not just pulling on it, it's also holding you up because you're leaning back so much, and there's sudden slack, you're gonna fall. And when you fall, you're on the ground. You are no longer pulling on anything or backing up. You've got 0 traction. So, wow. They've changed the rules of the game, and also I'm even more baffled at this point about what they're trying, what the game masters, why are they doing the things that they're doing? I didn't understand it before, but the thing is, there seemed to be a specific set of rules, like, and I don't mean game rules, I mean internal rules that they had. it was hard, but it was fair, quote unquote. Like, everybody could have lived if they followed the rules. All of the games were survivable. And what I mean by that is all of the games were survivable by everybody. Even the fight game, which they did call a game. I don't know if you caught that, but they said end of the game now. That means they were referring to that fight as a game. Even that was survivable. All people had to do was leave each other the heck alone. This is... Sorry. My coffee is trying to come up the wrong tube. This is the first one where they're like, we're going to eliminate half of you right now. Like, they've gone from everybody can survive to now we want to make sure that there's no trust amongst you. Because now everybody knows that they can get away with actively killing other people to increase their own profits. And that will sow distrust among everybody, which, as much as there are teams forming, it will limit how much trust anybody has with their own team. Because there's always going to be that question of, is somebody on my team, even if we genuinely all, like I believe all 5 of us get to the end, that should be plenty of money for each of us, is there one person on that team that's going to try to stab everybody in the back to take the whole pot? It'll make it very, very difficult to have actual trust amongst people, which will make it almost impossible for people to trust each other enough to try to do any kind of overthrowing the game masters or anything like that. Like, that plotting is almost entirely out the window now. Also, she lost her knife. Like, it's a good thing she's not the one who was caught with it, but at the same time, there's no way they let him keep it. So the lighter is still in play, but the knife is no longer in play. So her advantage that she came into the game with is it's gone. Although at least she's not alone now. We've got her on a team. And weirdly enough, I think she is probably trustworthy, because the first thing she said about the other guy, and she said it to his subordinates, is that this guy cannot be trusted. That's why she abandoned him, is because he was betraying all of his subordinates. Crazy Lady is not going to put up with that. Once again, a lot of things could have been avoided if Crazy Lady had just let the man die. Like, I know she thought she was making an ally, but she had been warned that this guy betrays people like it's nothing. So she picked the wrong ally. She picked the wrong ally. Don't know why she picked that guy. It's like, what were you thinking, lady? What were you thinking? Even when she did it, I'm like, really? He's gonna thank you for that game, but the moment you're useless to him, the moment that he thinks you're not useful, you're done. He's... I don't know, but maybe we'll have something positive, like she'll stab him in his sleep or something like that. And yes, I am referring to stabbing that character as something positive. The world does not need him. Nobody needs him. He can disappear into the nether. The actor is doing a very good job with making me hate that character. He is very successful at that job. Another reminder, whenever there's shows that make you just want to, like, hate on a particular character, I'm always going to do, reminder, please separate the character from the actor in your brain. Do not hate on the actor because you hate the character. That means the actor is doing their job. But this will be harder for them to live with. Because after this, they will have to live with the fact that they actively killed 10 people in order to survive. And as I said, like, before, the only way you mentally handle it is you look around at the other 9 people in your team and you think, my goal was not to kill those people. My goal was I had to protect these 9 people. And if I did not do that, I would have killed these 9 people. That's the only way to mentally get through that. But that's now something that there's now nobody who survives this game is ever going to be able to claim innocence at this point. They've forced every player to be culpable, which is interesting. It's very interesting. And it's like the game dev wants to make everybody complicit. So everybody there, even the ones that are working for them, they're all under threat of death. So they're all being forced on some level to do the things that they're doing, but they are all being made to be complicit in all of the horrible things that are happening. so nobody gets to keep their hands clean. Nobody can get through this game and keep their hands clean. And I want to know what the heck is driving the game dev. And then after I find out what's driving the game dev, I want somebody to drive over the game dev. Just saying. Those are the two things that I want. But that is going to be it for today. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Did I do that intro? I don't remember if I said go check this out on Netflix and check out the Patreon where you can get updates on what's going on the channel, get content up to 3 weeks early, vote in the polls, get some exclusive content, or just hang out with me here on YouTube. I think I forgot to say that in the intro because I was distracted by the fact that I'm continuing to watch... I almost said continuing to watch Death Game, but there is actually a show called Death Game that is on my list of potential poll items, so I don't want to misname the show because I'm making a cheap joke. But seriously, the Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes game. But that'll be it for today, so we will be back next time with that. Alright, bye-bye, annyeong.